Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the paranormal priestess. Thank you, everyone, for being here, for hanging out with me today in my sanctuary. I have a huge topic to talk about with those of you who are twin flames, who have a twin flame who is either in a relationship, in a marriage, went back to an ex. I know that you guys are more than likely, if you found this video, you are worried, you are in pain, you can't take it anymore, you're not sure how you are going to move forward. Maybe you're even trying to cut cords with this person or trying to completely get them out of your life because it's just been toxic and it's been so painful, and you may even hate the twin flame journey. That's why I just received such a calling to do this video, because it's a video that I'm hoping that will bring you solace. It will help to have you understand what's actually happening and how to work with it. And not only that, but this is also a channeling. So I decided I was going to sit down and also channel this information too, because there's a lot of videos out there about this topic. But I decided that I was going to actually channel, so I spoke to Archangel Chamuel, he's of the heart chakra, the pink light, sometimes he has that gold in there as well. And he helps with soulmate connections, twin flame connections, any type of love connection, even the connection with yourself. And so I thought this was the perfect archangel to really sit down with and get the scoop on this. So without further ado, let's get into this, okay? So I'm just going to go through the channeling with you, and then we'll chat about this. All right, so get cozy, all right? Don't worry. Let's get into this. Let's explore it. Let's navigate it together. You're not alone in this. There is much to be said about this. The love and bond of twin flames are unbreakable, and the connection shall continue to be merged within. The connecting of the beloveds will continue on many levels, layers, and dimensions. They will continue to grow. Karmic betrayal wounds to release, as well as rejection, abandonment, and limits to love that must be cleared to move into harmonious union. The karmic bond provides an opportunity to understand the shadow aspects of the soul so that they can be released, and the lessons of the souls involved can find a conclusion. It is of a profound nature to allow your beloved to receive gifts of these contracts to complete all necessary lessons of growth, and to create a balance and freedom. They will begin to move through this quicker as the other beloved recognizes their own limits to love and shadows that have caused separation consciousness. To own the acknowledgement of these wounds and to heal all heart-based pain, as well as all beliefs related to lack or limitation of love, is key to accessing the necessary gifts of these lessons. Worry not. Once the beloveds are able to heal these limits to love, then they will be ushered into a partnership with their beloved partner that will also include the human's need for romantic love, but this love will surpass the karmic relationships belief systems and shall offer not only passion but great spiritual bonding and service to the divine in Gaia. The connections will be ushered together. These situations are orchestrated tasks of learning between souls, and as such will be important to honor for all to be within the highest timelines. Time must be forgotten. Surrender fully and trust in the higher source who created these unions in divine fire from the very beginning. And then Archangel Chamuel goes into some of the blockages to consider. Beliefs of unworthiness, fears of being alone, the need or the distorted need for another to create happiness. Over-reliance or codependency. Trusting not in others. Overprotection or overguardedness. Rejection, abandonment, overpleasing. Following rigid ancestral codes of conduct. So think, it's my duty. This is what I should be doing. This is what everyone expects. Avoiding inner world of emotions and desires. Self-judgment and self-condemning. He goes on to saying relationships are a part of the 3D paradigm, and therefore all programs of the old must be released for a new approach to partnership, shall be higher and shall bring a much altered experience. Please make way for this transition. And that was underlined. Or, as I like to say, make space for it. It's time for the beloveds to come together at this time, and it is highly supported. Partnerships grounded shall be abound. Release. Beloveds mirroring the lower limitations to love and the karmic partner play a role. The karmic partner plays a role in this. So beloveds mirroring the lower limitations to love, the karmic partner plays a role in this. Karmic partners clearing old cycles, the cycles that were a part of the old karmic actions, the old karmic grid. The grid that had limitations to love. Chamuel wants everyone to really understand that betrayal wounds are a big part of this. These dramas, the things that you have experienced with others, between yourself and your twin, this lifetime, other lifetimes, other dimensions, even planetary systems, the betrayal wounds. Yes. The beloveds that find home find each other on earth once again. And I think that's worth sharing again. The beloveds that find home, this home, find each other on earth once again. So that was the channeling, which I hope that you found that reassuring. I want everyone who is struggling with this to really understand that, of course, the beloved twin flame is a literal mirror of you. You're mirroring things all the time. You can mirror the most amazing feelings, the most amazing positivity, and it feels like you're walking on a cloud, right? But then there's the other type of mirroring. The mirroring that includes all of these childhood wounds, these different relationship wounds, these different types of programs and stories, things we picked up from society, we picked up from our ancestors, right? Unresolved pain, resentment, anger, grief, closing down the heart, not trusting. And when twin flames, when they mirror those types of things, well, you know, it's extremely difficult, overwhelming to go through it. That's why people always describe the twin flame journey as extremely painful, so much suffering. Why is that? Because the pain and the suffering comes from the karmic grid. I don't know if people explain it like that out there, but this is just the broader perspective that I've learned about this, is that, of course, we're ascending, the earth is ascending, and the earth has been in this lower karmic grid. Karma, we can have negative karma, we can have good karma. Karma that's negative are negative actions between people, and then there's positive karma, which is good, positive actions between people. So not all karma is bad. Um, but all the suffering, all of the limitations to love, and these stories that we've come to learn about love, and that we've learned it. Um, these are all a part of separation consciousness. All of that separation consciousness has been karma. It's been the karmic grid. So when there's a karmic partner involved, if your twin has a relationship, they have a marriage, maybe they went back to an ex, there are lessons to be learned. There are karmic lessons, traumas. There's wounds where they're bonding, trauma bonding, they usually call that. And there are things that your twin, they don't want to see, they don't want to have to deal with. The things that you are mirroring, things that you bring out of them to try to get them to heal it. That's just an automatic process that happens with twin flames, is that they're a catalyst for healing and transformation. It's very difficult to unlearn what you have learned. I will fall into Star Wars probably a lot. We are draining the swamp, says Yoda. I can't help it. I tend to make Star Wars jokes. I think they're therapeutic. But there was a lot of truth in Star Wars, I have to say. But we are unlearning what we have learned. And it's very difficult. It's very overwhelming. It's very painful to look at your shadows and to make changes. And when you're going around in the world and you're used to wearing a certain mask and you're used to showing family, friends, the public, a certain persona of you, these are the traits of you, this is what you represent, this is how you are, it's very difficult to undo that and to learn that there's been so much illusion in that, and to have to face these deep things that have been buried for so long. So there's a runner. There's a runner. It's not always the divine masculine. The divine feminine can run as well. And it's just running from yourself. Right? And sometimes people run, and they may run into a partnership that they think will be easier, that will keep them from having to experience that, only to find that no, it's actually not easier. It doesn't bring them the satisfaction, that deep spiritual connection, that passion that they experience with their twin. It doesn't make the twin go away. It doesn't stop the feelings. It doesn't stop the thinking. It doesn't do any of that. It doesn't. Okay, and some people might want to, if they're in pain, they may view that as, oh, I'm trapped in this. But you're not trapped in anything, guys. You're really not. It's about really understanding what's happening, the truth of this, and working with it. Okay, so if your twin is in a relationship, they're in a marriage, it's for you to really honor what they're going through, honor that contract, honor those lessons of growth. Their soul needs those lessons. And if you're feeling anger, if you're feeling resentment, if you want to try to interfere in their process or try to control your twin, it is not going to help union in any way, shape, or form. It's actually going to have a negative impact on it. So if you are feeling those things, if you are highly triggered at this time and you're feeling a lot of sadness, grief, anger, betrayal, all these things, those are the exact wounds that Archangel Chamuel is mentioning, to go into those wounds and to go into those root causes of those wounds, to understand where it's coming from, and to be able to release and heal and take on a higher energy. And if anyone is struggling with that, or you don't know how to do the inner work, or maybe you're just exhausted from doing so much work on yourself. I've had many clients that have just been like, I just can't take just doing all this work. I'm just so winded from this. I'm here for you. I'm here for you as a channeler, as a psychic medium. I'm even here as a teacher, as a coach. There's a lot of things that I do that are not necessarily written out on my website, but I can do a number of those things. I'm also an extractor if there's lower energies, and I'm also a light language practitioner. too. So I can help you with that if you are really guided and you really are struggling and you need that help or just need to be heard. There's that too. But honoring what your beloved is going through is really important, and being able to completely step back and detach is vital. Detach, 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 okay? The biggest delusion really on the twin flame journey is attachment. It's attachment to ego. It's expectations. It's expecting that your twin is going to act a certain way or do a certain thing, or it's going to be a certain timing, or your relationship's going to look a certain way. This is going to be a whole brand, well, you probably figured it out already. This is a whole brand new experience, a whole new shebang. It does not work like an old 3D karmic relationship at all, so it doesn't apply. So there's nothing to stay attached to with that. If you are experiencing attachments, it's because there are wounds, there are limitations to love, there are fear-based stories or beliefs or programming that's not serving you. As you work through that, as you heal that, you will find a lot more solace. You will feel that you won't be as attached. You'll feel it's a lot easier to breathe and focus on the now, focus on yourself, and just allow the unfolding of this journey. And we're being asked to do that. This journey, it's truly about having faith. It's about surrendering. It's about understanding that this is a divine experience, a divine connection. And we want everything to happen for the highest good for all souls involved. That's the karmic partner as well. Okay? Forgiveness heals so much. Forgiving yourself, forgiving others, being willing to feel your emotions, being able to take accountability for your thinking, for your reactive states, how you react, taking responsibility there. As you are healing these things, this is going to benefit your twin, because you and your twin are already one. You're not truly separated. So we call it, it's a separation phase in the way that we still have that separation consciousness, beliefs and patterns and programming, but you and your beloved are always one. There's no real separation. That telepathy will still be going on. You'll still feel each other, even though sometimes you may not feel them as much as others, or may feel shut off at sometimes. If they are truly your twin, you will always come back to that understanding that they're still there. You're still one. So the best way that you can be of service to your twin, if they are in a relationship or in marriage, is really working on loving yourself, stepping into your power, doing your purpose, finding out what it is that you're passionate about, getting involved in something that's creative, allowing your soul to sing, maybe even literally sing. Kudos to you. I'm a singer myself. Whatever it is, if it's writing, if it's poetry, if it's painting, if it's coaching, if it's being a massage therapist, whatever it may be that calls to you, if you're a shamanic healer, if you're a Reiki master, whatever it is that you can do, being you and really expressing yourself authentically is going to help your twin to realize the truth, because they are you. What the timing will be, of course, that's where Archangel Chamuel says it's time to let go of that, let go of time, and just completely surrender. Will be a test of that. But, so many people, go through this difficult time. But it's to always remind yourself that it's a part of the greater picture. It's the greater plan. It's a part of the twin flame experience. There have been many twin flames who have come back together in a physical way, in a harmonious partnership. And they have had other partners. They have been in marriages. Maybe you even have children, have families with other partners. it does not mean in any way that your twin flame journey is over and that reunion is not possible. It does not mean that at all. In fact, the way I'm receiving it, it means quite the opposite. It means that we actually get the opportunity to work through these lessons, and the fact that there is a karmic partner there, or there is a relationship there, or a karmic partner steps in, it means that your beloved or even yourself, you're getting the opportunity to work through those lessons so you don't have to be in those karmic cycles any longer. So there's a rhyme and a reason to all of this. Okay? So I hope that this video was of service to you. I hope that it spoke to you. Please save it or share it with someone if they are struggling on the twin flame journey. I'm glad that Archangel Chamuel was able to channel some of this information and we were able to talk about it as well. And the Paranormal Priestess is the website. I will leave all my information in the description below. Keep the faith. Please remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings. Take care, everyone. Love you all. Bye-bye.